you got dropped by a sponsor.
Yeah.
Can you, like, you don't have a relationship with them anymore, right?
No, I don't. I had people in my corner and stuff. I was already on my second warning with them. So, well, the first one, it wasn't necessarily a warning. It was just like, okay, we're taking heat, right? And so,
What was the first one for?
man, I'm trying to remember. It was What was it for? Oh, it might have been for that Sodom and Gomorrah joke. that meme that I have. It's pinned on my profile right now.
Okay.
Wait, was it that one? I thought it was something else though. I can't remember, but people are tagging and trying to cancel me all the time.
Yeah.
And so they're taking so much heat. And then there were some people internally who got offended and were trying to get rid of me or whatever, and it didn't happen, but I did get like talked to about it. And so I told them, even during that conversation, I was like, look, I just want to let you know this isn't going to stop. It's probably going to get worse. So if you ever do at any point feel like you do need to terminate this sponsorship relationship, I understand. I'm not going to get mad, not going to put you guys on blast. It is what it is. It's business. And so I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm making these jokes. I know exactly what I'm risking. And for me, it's worth it. So I'm going to keep doing it. And so we had that understanding. And so whenever I made that joke, that was that last one, that was the one that was like, okay.
So
Yeah.
that really kind of flies in the face of people calling you a grifter, like that's
I know.
when you're literally losing sponsors over the idea for what you say, right?
Exactly. So it's funny how they, it's always, oh, if I don't agree with this person, then they're just grifting. It's only a grift. It's only about money. It's like, dude, I've been on the very, oh, I'm very brand friendly side before. I did that for like a decade. I was working with companies and traveling the world and hosting events and stuff. It was my thing, and it was fun, and it was a great time, and I enjoyed it. But basically my job was just to be that visual representation of whatever brand I was speaking for at the time. I couldn't be as much myself. I wasn't there to just be myself. I was there to represent the companies. And so after a while, doing that for a while, at some point I'm just like, I'm just ready to have fun. I'm ready to be myself and ready to be goofy. At the time I knew, like when I started speaking out against certain things like vaccine mandates and all that kind of stuff, that's when I knew, like, all right, I'm about to lose a bunch of relationships, a bunch of peers, a bunch of potential sponsors, all this kind of stuff. But I got so tired of seeing that the gaming industry is just pushing just the one side of things, just the very left, the very woke politics. Those are the only things that are approved for people to talk about. And so I was like, I want to just be that voice on the other side. And I also am just tired of having to filter myself constantly. And so at the time when I started saying these things, it was like, okay, I'm not going to have sponsors and stuff anymore. I didn't know that my channels were going to grow. I thought, oh, I'm probably going to have to get out of gaming and all that stuff, but I'm just tired of all this. So I was in the process of getting my nutrition license. I was going to do that, just be a nutritionist. And
you can make a good money.
Yeah, you can. And and then plus my entire career I've spent my time like saving money and stuff. I'm not like a huge spender, so I put myself in a situation to where it's like, okay, if I lose this, it is what it is. I'll be fine,
That's the opposite of a grifter, by the way.
Yeah. And so that's what happened. So it's hilarious when people call me a grifter. I'm like, well, it did work out in the end that I get more followers and stuff, because surprise, surprise, people like authenticity, and maybe somebody just being so brand friendly is kind of fake, and that doesn't garner as much attention as just letting loose. And so it did work out in my favor, but definitely had no idea that was going to be the case.
Well, I think people are looking for, like you said, authenticity, right? Mm-hmm. The idea that we can say things on Rumble that we can't say on YouTube, because YouTube, the overlords, feel that that doesn't toe the line. That is something that you can't, like, that is straight up censorship. straight
Mhm.
up censorship, and people want to be able to hear this. You know, everybody's thinking it. Everybody's thinking it. They
Yeah.
just want to hear it and
It's
reinforce it. You
it's
know,
strange to me. I used to think that companies wanted neutrality, and now they
Mhm.
almost want social justice warriors
Yep.
rather than neutral people.
Mhm.
And it's very odd to me that they want that, because I remember being on YouTube back in the day where you couldn't say a fucking word about anything, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or about certain things, let's say,
I think that
That
yeah,
was after the first ad pop clips, my new.
I don't think that they necessarily want the social justice warrior. I think that they are terrified of the social justice warrior. They're
Oh.
gonna look. You're gonna look back on the last 10 years as social media has kind of come in, as Twitter, Facebook, Twitter in particular, because that's the town square. What you see is a you see excuses for decisions where,
Mhm.
hey, this person said this. Well, how many followers does this person have? Well, this person complaining has 6 followers, right?
Yeah.
It's the mom, the dad, the brother, the sister, and their cousin, right? All following him. But Melanie Mack offended me because she said this. You need to do something about it, right? And so some social media kid gets a tweet, the social media. Oh my gosh, somebody's upset at us because Melanie Mack. They don't do any research. They don't dig into it. Oh, this person
Mhm.
with 6 followers is upset. And it's just like it's opened up this floodgates to a very vocal minority, which is
Wasn't
something
there
that
a Black Mirror episode like that where everybody's lives were rated by everybody else, and if
Oh,
like you
wow.
got into the negative rating, you couldn't talk, or they sent you to jail or some shit
That's
like
where
that?
we're getting
Yeah,
to.
right.
and like
That's
if
yeah.
if somebody with more people said they didn't like something about you, you had to change, stuff like that.
And that's one reason that has encouraged me to do what I do as well. And sometimes it's like I will push it sometimes as far as I can. But one reason why is because I don't want us to get to that point. And it's like we all, or at least a lot of us collectively have to stand up and do this stuff. And sometimes it is scary. I'm not going to say like I haven't ever been scared to send a tweet. I have multiple times, but it's just like send it. Send it. I've got to do my part in this because I don't want to get to that point ever.
When do you get the neck tattoo that says no regrets on it?
No regrets.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate that, so you can find more clips on the channel. And of course, come join us live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time for our live Side Scrollers podcast. We would love to see you there.